Family, this is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to take a look at a flyweight champion, outstanding fighter by the name of Jimmy Wilde. Now, Jimmy Wilde took the title away from young Zulu Kid and lost the title to Pancho Villa. Pancho Villa was a phenomenal Filipino fighter and champion. Unfortunately, to Pancho Villa's, his history, what happened with him, it was sad. He died and it was crazy. But let's take a look at Jimmy Wilde, fascinating fighter. Now, Jimmy Wilde had a record of 133, 3-2 with 99 KOs. He had 13 no decisions. The years he fought was 1910 and 1923. Titles held World Flyweight Championship from 1916 and 1923. Let's take a look at his profile. He was born May 15th, 1892 in Wales. He weighed 108 pounds and stood 5 foot 2.5 inches. He started his career in 1911. He retired in 1923. After losing to Pancho Villa in New York City, he was stopped in the 7th round. He won the crown by knocking out young Zulu Kid in the 11th round. Among the great boxers he met with Pete Herman. Now, we talked about Pete Herman. He was stopped by Pete Herman in the 17th round. Battling Murray, Bobby Dyson, Joe Lynch. Joe Lynch was a champion. These are phenomenal fighters I'm looking at here. Jack Sharkey, young Zulu Kid. That's who we took the title from. Excuse this focus here. Mike Terrell, Powell Moore. I showed you Powell Moore earlier today. Mickey Russell, Frankie Mason, good fighter. Tom Noble, and Tansy Lee. Turned to writing boxing in the British papers after retirement. He was elected to the Boxing Hall of Fame in 1959. And here you have the flyweight division. You have Jimmy Wilde, first person up. Again, he was born May 12th, 1892. This was in Wales. 108 pounds, 5 foot 2.5 inches. And he was managed by Teddy Lewis. In 1911 is when he began his professional career. And the knockouts as follows: Lewis Williams, 3rd round; Sid Jenkins, 11 rounds; Young Everett, 4 rounds; Ted Powell, 3 rounds; Joe Rogers, 5 rounds; Kid Person, 2 rounds; for Joe Gann, 7 rounds; Lewis Williams, 7 rounds. Mike Flynn, 8. Young Powell, good fighter, wow, 3. Ted Roberts, 3. Ted Roberts again in 4. Billy Papke in 3. Archie Grant, 2. Young Walter. Look at the names that he's fighting. He's been fighting flyweight, going up and down to lightweight. 1912, January 20th, Matt Wells, good fighter, very good fighter. Nipper London, KO1. Let me see if I can find Matt Wells real quick. Hold on. This is Matt Wells. I just wanted to show you Matt Wells. Phenomenal. He's a British lightweight champion at the time. So this is Matt Wells. Just wanted to show you Matt Wells. Kid Morris, July 20th. Killed him in 5 rounds. August 17th, Jen Stuckey. Killed him in 2 rounds. November 30th, Alf Williams defeated him in 12 rounds, December 21st and December 31st, he fought Billy Yakes, knocked him out in 4 rounds, and he fought Billy Patton. Glasgow, knocked him out in 19 rounds. 1913. Look at the schedule. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at the schedule. He basically fought every day. This is phenomenal. Look at all the knockouts he had. This is crazy. January 18th, Tom Hughes. I'm just going to go real quick with this. February 1st, Dick Jenkins. February 15th, Kid Fitzpatrick. In February, he doesn't have a specific date here, but it's Harry Stuckey. Ben Harkwood. February, I know that was February 12th. Phenomenal. March 8th, Dale Matthews. March, that was 11th, I believe. Harry Taylor. April 12th, Will Reeves. April 19th, Billy Yakes. April 29th. Look at the schedule. Dale Davies. All knockout, just a few decisions. And if it did go to decision, he had a 12-round decision here. Dale Heavies. And then he goes back in May 6th. Kid Levine. This is phenomenal. I'm just skimming through here. A lot of fights to go through. November 13th, Young Baker, Liverpool, killed him in 10 rounds. November 21st, Young Dyer, Manchester, England, defeated him in 10 rounds. Look at this. This is fascinating. 1914. My biggest thing is this schedule. That's what this whole thing is with me, is the schedule. And look at the quality of the opponents that he fought. March 30, Eugene Husson. Knocked him out in 6 rounds. Artie Edwards, July 23rd, Liverpool. Defeated him in 15 rounds. December 3rd, Sid Smith, Liverpool. Knocked him out in 9 rounds. 1915, January 25th, Tansy Lee, London, England. He was knocked out himself in 17 rounds. March 25th, Sid Shields, Liverpool, England. Killed him in 2 rounds. So he came right back and scored a knockout himself. George Clark, Sheffield, England. Defeated him. Tommy Hughes, Johnny Best, Danny Elliott, Sid Smith. All victories and knockouts. 1916. January 8th, Billy Rowlands. Defeated him in 7 rounds. January 24th, Tom Noble, New Cross. Defeated him in 11 rounds. May 29, Tommy Harrison. Defeated him in 20 rounds. This is fascinating. December 18th, Young Zulu Kid, London, England. Killed him in 11 rounds. That's when he won the World Flyweight Championship. 1917, March 13th, George Clark, London, England. Defeated him in 4 rounds. March 22nd, Frankie Russell, London, England. Killed him in 3 rounds. Then he had 2 exhibitions with Sid Smith. Stay busy fights. You can see he fought Joe Lynch, December 11th, in London. Defeated him in 3 rounds. Hold on, let me get this focus better. Joe Kahn, London. Defeated him he knocked him out actually in 12 rounds. Digger Evans, very good fighter, London. Defeated him in 3 rounds. And then he fought Powell Moore. I showed you Powell Moore, London. Lost in 4 rounds. Final of bantamweight class. An aligned, this focus, King's Trophy competition. So there was a bantamweight class trophy competition. And he lost that opportunity against Powell Moore. This was in December 12th, 1918. 1919, March 31st, Joe Lynch. Defeated him in 15 rounds. April 21st, Jimmy Buck, Liverpool. Killed him in 5 rounds. July 17th, Powell Moore, Olympia. Defeated him in 20 rounds. Jack Sharkey, December 6th, Milwaukee. No decision, 10 rounds. 1920, January 8th, Babe Asher, St. Louis, Missouri. No decision, 8 rounds. That was in 1920. Mickey Russell, February 19th, Jersey City, New Jersey. Killed him in 7 rounds. Frankie Mason, Toledo, Ohio. No decision, 12 rounds. Zulu Kid. No decision in 10 rounds. Battling Murray, Camden, New Jersey. Killed him in 8 rounds. Bobby Dyson, good fighter. Lawrence. Killed him in 1 round. Amazing. 1921, Pete Herman, London. He was knocked out in 17 rounds. And, fascinating fighter. That's all I can tell you. Great fighter. Salute to Jimmy Wild. He's been entered in my Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series, along with the other fighters that I forgot to mention today that I did a bio on. Little Jimmy Wild. Fascinating fighter. I just want to go through the Police Gazette scrapbook real quick and look at something on him. I got to pull one of them books out. Hold on. I just wanted to show y'all. This is in the Police Gazette scrapbook. This is about the 12th one I pulled out today. And they're heavy too. They're like 1,000 pages. This one's 1,010 pages. Of all of what you see right here, fights like this. This is Jimmy Wilde and Pete Herman. And this was Jimmy Wilde's last fight. Jimmy Wilde and Pete Herman. Like I said, Jimmy Wilde was a fascinating flyweight. He lost his title to Pancho Villa. And I think when I did a bio on Pancho Villa, I think I went through that fight. So check that one out. New Orleans boy stops English champion in London. Because Pete Herman was from New Orleans. Herman blocks Wilde's right. He makes it up in close. Wilde fails to hear the bell at the end of the 14th round. Pete floors Jimmy 3 times in the 17th round. Wilde regains feet when bout is stopped by the referee. So here you see Jimmy Wilde on the floor. He went down 3 times. Pete Herman's looking over him to your left. Wilde trying to get up. Pete Herman to your left. And you can see his corner starting to jump into the ring. They felt that Wilde had enough. Wilde is complaining that he didn't hear the bell. About to get him on a foul. So I just wanted to go over Jimmy Wilde's career. I have a lot more stuff that I can show you on Jimmy Wilde, but I just did his profile. So I entered Jimmy Wilde in my Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Salute to Jimmy Wilde. Salute to my subscribers. This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Peace.